Open SEO turns Claude into an SEO agent. What if Claude could do your SEO for you? Not just give you tips, the real work, keywords, rankings, competitor research, and what if the tool behind it cost nothing to run? Almost nobody is talking about this. Let me show you. Hey, I'm the digital avatar of Zoe. I help people learn AI tools and actually use them in their real work, not just watch a video and forget it. And today I want to walk you through something that completely changed how I handle SEO. By the end of this, you'll see how to turn Claude into a proper SEO agent that finds keywords for you, tracks where you rank, checks out your competitors, and even helps you write content all from one place. Stick with me because the part that ties it all together is the part most people miss, and I'll show you proof it actually works. So let's start with what this actually is. The tool is called OpenSEO. It's free, it's open source, and it's basically an open alternative to the big expensive tools like SEMrush and Ahrefs. The difference is you host it yourself, so you own it, and there's no monthly subscription locking you in. You just bring your own data key from a service called Data for SEO, and you only pay for the searches you actually run. That's it. Now here's where it gets fun. I plugged OpenSEO straight into my Agent OS. If you've never heard me talk about Agent OS, think of it as one home base where all my AI agents live and work together. Things like Claude and Hermes all in one system. So instead of jumping between 10 different tabs, OpenSEO now sits right inside that system as its own SEO section. Let's talk keyword research first, because that's where most SEO starts. Inside OpenSEO, I can type in a topic, pick the country I want to target, choose how many results I get back, and hit search. In seconds, it pulls up the search volume, a whole list of related keywords, how competitive each one is, a difficulty score, and even the search intent. Search intent just means what the person is really looking for when they type that word. Like, are they trying to buy something or just learn something? That one detail alone saves you so much guessing. I can click any keyword, save it into my system, or export it to a sheet. Then there's the SERP analysis. SERP just stands for the search engine results page. So it's basically what shows up on Google when you search. OpenSEO shows me exactly who's already ranking on page 1 for a keyword. That's gold, because now I can look at what's winning and figure out how to make something better instead of guessing in the dark. Let me show you how I actually use this, because talk is cheap. Inside my Agent OS, I used OpenSEO with Claude to run keyword research on a niche I was working on. I saved the best keyword, pulled the SERP results to see what was already ranking, and then fed that keyword straight into a content step to generate a batch of articles around it. After I started running things this way, the traffic on those sites climbed on a really nice trajectory. That's the whole loop, from a keyword to live content in one place. Now let's keep going, because there's a lot more built in. There's rank tracking. I plug in my domain, pick the country, choose desktop or mobile, set how often it updates, and drop in the keywords I care about. From then on, it tracks my position for each one automatically. Setting that up by hand would take forever, so having it just run quietly in the background is a huge time saver. There's also a domain overview, and this one is my favorite for competitor research. I drop in any website, mine or a rival's, and it shows me every keyword they're ranking for, which pages are pulling their traffic, and what position they sit in, so you can see exactly what a competitor is winning that you're not, and go target those gaps. It's like getting a peek at their playbook. And here's the piece most people skip. OpenSEO has an MCP server. MCP is just a way for AI agents to plug into a tool and pull the data directly. So I can connect Claude to OpenSEO, and now Claude can pull real SEO data on its own instead of making things up. On top of that, OpenSEO comes with pre-built skills, which are little reusable workflows, things like researching keywords, checking rankings, and pulling keyword metrics. So I can just tell my agent to run a skill, and it handles the boring part for me. That's the real shift here. This isn't you sitting in Claude typing, "Give me some keywords," and hoping. This is a real system, a real tool, feeding your AI accurate data so it can actually do the work alongside you. Now, everything I'm showing you here is the exact kind of setup I like to map out one-on-one with people. Because here's the thing. Watching me do it on my sites is one thing. Doing it on your site with your keywords, your niche, and your content gaps is where it gets specific. So I run direct one-on-one strategy sessions. Just you and me, no course, no group call, where we sit down and map out how to wire this exact workflow into your own situation, your keywords, your competitors, your content plan. We build the plan around what you're working with, so you're not guessing which piece to set up first or in what order. If that's something you want, stick around to the end and I'll tell you exactly how to grab a session. Okay, back to the tool, because there are two more things you really need to see. The first is AI visibility, and this is the new one almost nobody is watching. Open SEO can do a brand lookup and show you how your brand shows up inside AI answers. So things like ChatGPT and Google's AI overviews. That matters because a lot of people now get their answers straight from AI instead of clicking around Google, and most SEO tools completely ignore this. So being able to see it and track it over time is a real edge. The second thing is the content side. Once my keyword research is done, I can take a topic and push it into a content step that writes articles for me based on the real research, not random ideas. And it all runs in the background while I get on with other things. No logging into WordPress, no copying and pasting between 5 tabs. It's one connected flow from finding the keyword to having the content ready to go. Let me quickly hit the questions I know you're already thinking. Doesn't this cost a lot to run? No, because the app itself is free, and you only pay for the data you actually pull. And it's a pay-as-you-go setup, not a fixed subscription. Isn't self-hosting too technical? Not really. It's basically one Docker command to get it running, and once it's inside your agent OS, it just lives there. And do free tools give worse data? Usually it's the same data the big tools are pulling anyway, so you're not losing quality, you're just cutting out the bloat. Here's another way to use it that I really like. You can build a free audit tool right on your own website using OpenSEO, so when people visit, they can run a quick check on their own site. It's a simple way to give your audience something genuinely useful and pull more visitors to your site at the same time. It turns the tool into something people actually want to come and use. So step back and look at the whole picture. You've got keyword research, SERP analysis, rank tracking, competitor research, AI visibility, and a content flow, all in one system, all feeding your AI agents accurate data. SEO, honestly, has never been this simple, and it's never been this fun to run. And once you have it set up, it just keeps working for you in the background while you focus on the bigger stuff. Now, if you want to actually go and do this yourself, I've got a few things for you. If you want the full process for free, I've put together a complete SEO course with over 260 lessons. It walks you through everything from the basics to advanced AI SEO workflows completely free. Links in the comments and description. And if you want the whole thing done for you, that's what the AI Profit Boardroom is for. Open SEO is just one tab. The real prize is the full Agent OS, the exact system I run everything from, and inside the boardroom, you get the complete Agent OS zip file ready to install, plus a full 30-day roadmap that walks you through setting it up step by step. You also get the SEO pipeline, the reusable SEO skills, the walkthroughs, the coaching calls, and a whole community of people building the same way. If SEO is the thing you're trying to figure out right now, this is where you get the whole setup handed to you around exactly what you just watched. And last one, once you start playing with this yourself, you're going to hit a few walls. Which keywords to actually chase first? How to wire the MCP into your agent? How to set up that content flow without it getting messy. That's exactly where a one-on-one strategy session helps. We get on a call, look at your site together, and build a clear plan around your keywords and your goals. So you move way faster than trying to figure it all out alone. If you want that, come find me at aiprofitboardroom.com.